Hey everyone, this is Keith from Coin Crew. How you guys doing? What I got here is some currency. This is pretty much most of my currency. I went through and I picked out this cooler looking stuff here, but this here is just, like I said, just an example of what I got, and I'll be going through all that at a later time. So we're just going to move that out of the way for now. I just wanted to give you an example of the amount I had. And we're going to go through these cool ones right now. And we are going to get a little closer so we can go through them. Yeah, maybe just a little. No, that looks pretty good. Yeah, up a little. There we go, guys. Sorry about all that moving. What I thought was interesting about this currency here was the fact of the serial numbers being 7666, three sixes. And not just that, they're crispy uncirculated. You can hear it, and there's four of them consecutively numbered. And I thought that was really cool. Look at that. Consecutive numbers. It starts at last four ending 3997. You got 998, 999, and then 4000. And I thought that was really, really cool. Again, you know, this is just some of my currency that I thought is cool, interesting, and possibly rare. Now these here are the funny backs. There's a few of these here. Some of them are uncirculated. Some of them are not. This is a nicer one here. As you can see, I got my jacket on today, so never took it off when I came in from outside. You can see that one's got a fold down the middle. But these are all funny backs, and this one's a little rougher. Here's a nice uncirculated one here. Look at that. Wow. See there? Here's another uncirculated one. And another uncirculated one. Got a bunch of those. Here's one, probably an AU. And another one. Literally another one. Get it? Oh, there one's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 funny backs. Well, as I said, these are just some. We don't do real well with currency as far as buying and selling it. People don't sell it to us a lot because we don't sell it a lot. Because in the past, what we found is that every time we go buy some of the harder stuff, everybody always wants to pay us less than we think it's worth, meaning less than we paid usually. And so we just buy it because it's cool. This is a North African, and this was issued during the war. I think it was World War II, possibly, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, no, actually, it probably was the Korean War. Anyway, this is similar to the Hawaiian notes, to where they printed them so they could be demonetized easily if the area in North Africa, not South Africa, I'm sorry. If the area in North Africa was occupied by enemy combatants or whatever. Okay, and then we have some Hawaii notes. Again, same as North African. If the area is, it's got that big Hawaii across the back. If the area is taken over by enemy combatants, they want to be able to demonetize the money without busting up the whole monetary system. Fives are a little harder to come by on the Hawaii. This is just a pretty simple serial number here. Now, like I said, I have all that other currency. Now, these prices, for some reason, this has 130. Whether these prices are accurate or not, couldn't tell you. At the time, I might have wanted it that much or paid that much, don't know. And this is a Federal Reserve note. This one is Richmond. Nothing too cool about the serial number. And now we have some North African 10s. Oh, looks like there's 4 of those here. And they're all pretty kind of rough. I would say between fine and XF is the average grade of them. We don't want to show you. I'm going to try to speed up a little bit because I really want to get to the last stuff in the stack. I don't want to lose you guys along the way because the last stuff is really, really cool. And you guys are going to be really pleased, especially with some of that stuff. Oh, wow. Another national. This one is from Philadelphia. And a national from New York in a 20. And we got a Hawaii. We have just one Hawaii on the 20s. It's 888 to start. That's pretty cool. And again with the big Hawaii on the back. And, well, I wanted 100 or paid 100 at that time for that. Then we have some North African 20s. We have 2 pieces. Or, I'm sorry, not North African. These are gold certificates. My apologies. The North African money, actually, let's go back to these 10. Because there's also 10 gold certificates, too. There's gold certificates in North Africa. The way to tell is the blue seal there. Yeah, those are all silver certificates. And you can also tell with the words up here as well. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, these are gold certificates, 20s. These are a little bit harder to get. They usually, if I had to guess, somewhere 80 to north of 100. Serial number 1980 6305. And this one is, nope, nothing significant about the serial numbers. Oh, wow. That's what we got there. 2 gold certificates. Now we got into the 50s nationals. I'm sorry, Federal Reserve notes. I do have a national in here to show you a couple of them. But right now we're not doing that. This one is San Francisco. San Francisco, not great. Nothing fancy about the serial number. And Chicago, again, well, it starts off 3 O's, 1947, and the person was born in the 9th month. I mean, that's all I can think with that, make out with that serial number. Okay, and then we have what I was talking about, a national. Now, one of the ways to tell the national is the charter number on the edge. This one is 8703. Nationals are printed by a particular bank. They're not, unlike the Federal Reserve notes, would that also say national up here? These actually have a charter number. And then instead of saying Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago or St. Louis or New York or Dallas or something, it says Guardian National Bank of Commerce by Detroit. That was the charter number issued to this bank. So these are a little bit harder to get than the Federal Reserve notes, which also have a brown seal. And they also have shorter serial numbers. So you notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 serial numbers in this note. Now, I don't think there's any variance on the other banks that would have more than 6, but Federal Reserve notes have 8, as you can see here in 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 000-92346. Federal Reserve note, as I was saying, Bank Federal Reserve of Chicago, not a particular bank in Chicago, just the Federal Reserve. And on those, we have a total of 3. We have the Federal Reserve of Chicago. We don't need to show you the backs of all of them. Another Chicago. Well, Chicago's pretty popular. And another Chicago. Okay, and then we have some red seals. As you can see, they were printed in 1966. These you don't see too often. They run probably a little bit more than the brown seal Federal Reserves, but less than the nationals. And we have a total of 2 of them. And the backs are pretty well the same. Same as the other backs. So yeah. And now we get into some interesting currency. These I picked up at a show. I don't even remember what year. Could have been 13 because it says 2013. Yeah, but that could be the, nope, that's the note there. Yeah, 2000. Well, that's kind of blurry. Looks like a 13 to me. Let me get my glasses on. Yeah, it's a 13. I was for a second seeing if it was a 13 or an 03. Couldn't tell. Anyway, these are samples. NGC gave them out, or NGC PMG. PMG is NGC's currency grading segment of their company, their department. It's a separate company, but it's affiliated with NGC, whether it's owned by or a partner company, I'm not sure. But if I'm authorized with one, I'm authorized with the other, which is cool. Those are samples. I got 3 of those. I was buying them off of guys at the show. And this here is kind of neat. It was from the United States International Exhibition in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it was, the serial number on it is 68302, May 10th through November 10th. It was a few months long there in 1876. And this got a grade, exceptional paper quality. Now, when you can get something with exceptional paper quality, that's telling you that it's nice and centered, no phrase or nothing on it. You know, sometimes they're not printed proper. Both sides, see how they're kind of centered? This seems a little bit closer to the right, but that could be why it only had a 64, don't know. But yeah, this is a really, really beautiful note. Look at the international package ticket. Admit to the bearer. Yeah, it was an entry ticket. Beautiful artwork on stuff in there. And then we have a little bit rare. It says the 5th issue FR 1264 green seal. Now this one came with a green and a red. This particular one obviously is harder than red. This is a 10-cent note. So that's pretty cool, guys. Look at that. You see all the fibers up in there. Pretty cool. Okay, and then we got some Disney money. Now this is a Disney Dumbo or Jump. I think it's Dumbo the elephant. Now this was issued 2 different ways. This is an 05 note, but it was issued 2 ways. Some without the barcode. They're a little bit more rare, and I thought that was cool, so I kept it. I had a whole bunch of them, but I kept one apiece for myself. And then Mickey Mouse. Look at that. And then here I actually sent this to PMG. This is a $10 note. At the time, it was worth like 100, 150. I have no idea what it's worth now. It says I wanted 100 for it, but between what I paid for it, I need almost 100 for it anyway after paying for the certification of it. Okay, now this, look at that, guys. No serial number, no seal or serial number. No seal there. That is cool. I bought that raw from a customer a while back. I paid a couple $100 for it. I love it. I love it. I love it. One of these days, I'm going to send it off. This, don't know why it's here. It's in a holder, so I pulled it out. Nothing special about the serial number. And this, and for all you youngsters, please don't listen. This is what I refer to as my dumb ASS note, because it's a harder block note from 1928. You notice it has the D and the A. This is worth around, probably last time I checked, around the 500 range or so. Have no idea what it's worth now. It grades a very fine 30. But that is a harder block, and that's why it's so expensive. Now, on them early notes, you definitely need to look up serial numbers and stuff like that, because the serial number could be all the difference in the world. Now, this is also another harder note. And you notice I said this is going to be rare, hard, different notes. This is a harder note. It's a 1 bank town in Berwyn, Illinois. It's a 5 national. And the charter number was 12426. National Bank of Berwyn, Illinois. That's what they called their bank. Nothing fancy. But like I said, it was a 1 bank town. 5s themselves on nationals are hard to come by. And then to get it in a 1 bank town is even better. And this is, I wouldn't call it common, but it is more common along the large certificates or the horse blankets. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool one. And then we have a $20 gold certificate. Now, guys, I'm getting closer to the one I really want to show you. It's going to be coming up in a few notes. This is nice. I mean, it's only a VF35, but it's a large 5. That's the earlier ones from 1934. Yeah, 34. Nothing fancy about the serial number, but it's a star note, and that's why I sent it off to get it certified. I just thought it was really cool. These are all my certified notes at this time. Here's a funny back in 63. And this is the Chicago national currency, guys. Elliott, Burke, Kramer, and McDougall signatures. And it's got the serial number up here. It's on the notes in 2 different places on here. What I like about this is, what I thought was cool about it is the A. It's slightly raised. And that's kind of cool when you get something like that. I mean, I'm not like big in the errors, but when I find them, I think they're cool. Sometimes I'll keep them. You get see like you got the I just a little bit on that, and the A both. This is Minneapolis, another national, $1 George Washington silver certificate. Okay, now this is the note. It's my last one. You're looking at it and you're thinking, what in the world could be interesting about this? Well, if you noticed, look at that. It says exceptional paper quality, first print missing. Okay, there's nothing up there. That's because it's on the other side. We'll get to that in a minute. And it is serial number 31015640 with the prefix B, ending B, which is, I guess you could say BB. But anyway, here we go, guys. Here's what's so cool about this. That first print missing. Look at that. The whole thing, you can actually see the other side because there's nothing on this side. It's a 1981 Federal Reserve note. Here's the FR number, 1911B, from the BB block, Buchanan Reagan signatures with the serial number, which I showed you on the other side, and I read it to you. Missing print era. Exceptional paper quality, which is really cool, and it's a 65. Missing the entire back. I mean, how cool is that, guys? That is just wow. When I bought this, I paid quite a few $100 for it, and it was raw, and I sent it off. I mean, look at that. Everything, it's lined up really perfect on the front. You would have thought something would have happened to the back, but it literally just missed it. And there was a story about this. People were telling me there was a whole sheet of these floating around, a whole brick, rather, of these that floated around Muskegon back in the mid to early 80s. And this guy that I bought it from, he said he had 7 or 8 of them, and this was his last one. Anyway, guys, this is everything. If you liked it, you think it was cool, let me know. And that's not a bad size stack for some cool and different type stuff. Considering I don't do a lot of currency. But please, 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 if you like it, subscribe. Or, I'm sorry, if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell. Subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And please like it and share the content when possible. And again, we thank you all, your love and support. And have a great day. Bye.